Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today is November 13th, 2011, and you're watching Overgrowth Weekly number 48. I'm Silverfish, and here as well as usual is Mr. Anton.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And today we have a nice show for you guys. So, what's been going on for you as of late, Anton?
Work. Yeah, we're getting very close to my big to our first big recording session for the TV show I'm working on. So, yeah, it's actually pretty hectic and crazy. And in fact, I will be gone next Sunday because of that.
Aw. But, yeah, so what's going to happen now that you're gone next week?
Oh, should we announce it now and maybe at the end of the show?
Yeah, we probably should.
Well, I've arranged for a guest to replace me next week.
Yay.
So you guys should all be excited to have this guest on the show.
Sweet. So I guess we do the full announcement at the end? Or should we do it now?
Well, I mean, there's only 11 people watching right now.
Yeah.
So
Let's announce it now and later.
Oh, someone's guessing it's David. It's not David.
It's pretty close though.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
We have been talking to David though.
Okay, next week though, we have Aubrey coming on.
Yeah, Aubrey's coming on next week.
Or we, I guess I have.
Well,
you won't be
you
here.
are. Yes.
Which is unfortunate, like, for the single day you're like, I'm going to be gone next week. What should I do? Oh right, well, let's have Aubrey come on when I'm gone. Like, do you really hate him that much, Anton?
No, Aubrey and I get along awesomely, swimmingly.
In fact,
Peachily. Aubrey and I are completely copacetic.
Nice.
Sorry, that's a lot of inside jokes for us, isn't it?
Yeah, it took a while even for me to understand it.
So
yeah, like we have this thing where we try to come up with other words for the word awesome, and it's not just something that we do during the show. I actually go out and try to find new words, and this week I have Peachy, right?
Yep.
And copacetic, was that the word?
Copacetic, huh?
Yeah. So apparently those are roughly the same thing as awesome at different levels, I guess.
Right.
So yeah, it's going. Hopefully we'll be able to use those during this Overgrowth Weekly. Yeah, you said you've been doing a lot of work. For me, it's been basically the totally opposite, because Skyrim was released. Skyrim was released 2 days ago, and
yeah,
I've been playing that for a total of 30 hours now, I think.
Right.
Yeah, not a lot of work there, I can assure you.
Yeah, I've seen it as having been released for 3 days, because it released actually for me it released earlier than I think it was supposed to, because I had it at about 9 p.m. on the 10th instead of at midnight.
Yeah, I think yeah, I think they actually released like in different regions. So since you live at the west coast,
yes,
of the US, and they might just take like, okay, when it's like midnight in the center of US, we release it in the entire US or something like that. Because I got the game 1 hour after midnight instead, so you were lucky.
Interesting. Well, the other thing that I noticed is that for some reason network time on my Windows partition, or just the time on my Windows partition in general, seems to reset itself a lot. So So when I looked down, it actually said that it was like 2 in the morning the next day. So maybe my network time being off messed that up. For some reason, no matter how many times I set the clock in Windows, it always changes to something else. Even though it says I'm in the right time zone and that it's getting the correct time from the server, it's very odd.
Weird. Well, that's Windows for you, man. That's Windows for you.
Which is why I so rarely use it, simply because the time is always wrong.
Yeah. Are you supposed to get to all your important meetings if you can't get to there on time?
Exactly.
You come there like 2 in the morning and they're like, dude, what are you doing here?
What are you doing? Yeah. So.
Oh wait, it's dark outside.
Yeah. So anyway, I personally have logged just under 6 hours in the game, which to me is amazing. So for 3 nights, I've put in almost 2 hours of gameplay. It's man, I haven't played a game this much in a long time. So,
and considering I barely touched the main story in those 30 hours, and I don't think I see an end to the side quests either. There's a lot of content. So basically, Skyrim is so far I can say my opinion is that it's a very, very great game. I would give it probably a 5 out of 5, maybe a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. I'll have to play it some more before I know. But it's not perfect though. It's got a few bugs and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out if it's a game that I would usually play all the way through or not. You know, I never know if it's that I get bored with RPG games or if I just don't have time for RPG games. But, you know.
Yeah, might be probably the time.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So I can also pretty assuredly tell you that I have never come close to finishing any RPG game ever. So. So.
Well, I think that's enough Skyrim for today.
Yes. Too much.
Yes,
too much Skyrim.
Too much Skyrim. So let's move on with the actual show. So let me show you the agenda for this week. It's quite short, but sweet nonetheless. Something that isn't very sweet is this week's weekly alpha.
It's not very sweet.
No, it's actually not very sweet. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty lame. Like, no offense to anyone, but it is. That's just the way it is. Okay, well anyways, progress on Steam integration. So this actually didn't work for me. I don't know why. Maybe it works on Mac?
No, not at all on Mac.
No, okay. Yeah, so I guess it didn't work for me on Windows. Doesn't work on Mac. But he's working on integrating the Steam UI overlay thing that they have where you can chat with your friends and stuff. And yeah, it seems almost like there may be, like, I know this is maybe taken it a bit too far, but do you think that they're starting to that they want to go over to using Steam for like distributing the alphas?
I certainly know that they get a lot of requests for that to happen. So, you know, I think they're probably just at a point where having the distribution available on Steam will make a lot of people's lives a little easier. I mean, in case you, I don't know if you noticed, but we've now, this last week, or I think it was this last week, we broke 13,000 registered pre-orders on, you know, in the forums. And so, you know, there's certainly a lot of people with this game, and a lot of people complain about downloading the alphas every week. So I think Steam integration for those who want to use it will probably be a good thing.
Yeah. I think he mentions in the video actually that they're working on integrating Steam somehow into their pipeline or something like that. Or am I making that up?
I don't remember anything about that, but again, having distribution as part of the pipeline for, you know, a large percentage of gamers, that will certainly be, you know, a useful thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, Steam integration. Hopefully, we will see it on Steam. I would like that. That would be great.
Yeah.
Okay, next we have all common shaders use shader macros. They talked about this a bit last week, where David was working on making the shaders make more sense, I guess. So having more unified shaders where you can change just one line in a text file, like he shows in the video right now, and that will make changes to all of the shaders in the game at the same time. Before you had to actually change every single individual shader if you wanted to do that. And he has now made it so that all common shaders use shader macros that he started implementing last week. And maybe I should explain what a shader is. A shader is something that determines how something is rendered. So it says that, okay, first I want the color texture, and then I want like how the bump map should look, and then how the specularity should look, etc., etc. And then I think it has fog in it and stuff like that as well. So it's related to everything that has with the graphics, actually showing the graphics on this screen to do. Okay,
Correct.
Yes. Next we have fixed GUI ID 1 not found error. This is an error that people have gotten when they, I think it was specifically in last week's alpha, when they died or finished the level twice, I think.
Well, it was anytime the GUI came up twice, you would get that error and a crash.
I see.
So if you, so even if you went to like the main menu, you know, GUI, then it would crash, and yep. So
yeah, but that's fixed now.
I think it was it was a fix he took care of pretty quickly. So
yeah, so that's nice. And then we have a fixed collision with the mirrored objects. I played around with this a little bit last week, I think, and I did feel that the collisions were very weird, but I didn't investigate it too closely. But apparently they actually were weird, and they're now fixed.
Which reminds me, I did go back and look at the level that we were curious about with mirrored objects, which is Zamzik's the cave level, and it is actually broken now. The cave no longer renders properly. Instead, you're running inside an invisible inverted archway. So it's still, you know, it's still playable, but it certainly, unfortunately, has lost its very cool appeal as it was before.
That's too bad. But
yeah,
things gotta move forward, man.
Exactly.
So things
definitely like, worth. What's that?
Yeah, definitely worth it. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, I mean, definitely worth losing one level to fix something that can be broadly used in the game. So
yeah, these things, I think they're very much expected to happen, since it's an alpha, it's in development.
Yep,
so
exactly.
Things will change, things will break. That's just the way it is. Life is hard.
Yep.
In the alpha world. Next we have haze probably affects blood and shadow decals. I think this might actually have to do with the all common shaders use shader macros, because all decals use shaders as well, and if they're using these macros, then that means that the blood and shadow decals should be using the same shaders, if that makes sense. So yep. if he tells that, okay, all shaders should have this haze on them, then they all will. And if the blood didn't have the haze on it, it now will. So yeah, I hadn't even noticed that the blood didn't have the haze.
Yeah, I haven't really noticed the haze much in game anyway, except for in the Seaside Cliffs level. So yeah.
Yeah, but so that's good. It's good though.
Yeah,
fixing the blood. Nice, and that's the last item on the agenda. So to summarize this, there has been no real visible change in Overgrowth this week, unfortunately. But
yeah, it was you know, I think there's a lot of focus on getting a lot of these bugs worked out that have you know, maybe this whole thing with Steam has made it so that the you know, that they need to get rid of these bugs before they can release it on Steam or something like that. Although I've never heard of an alpha being in Steam. I've only ever heard of beta and beyond. So
Yeah.
but I don't know, maybe this is them preparing to move to beta phase, although it seems still too early for that for me, but
Or
I could be wrong.
maybe they have a dialogue with Valve, and you know, Valve has said that it's fine that they have the alpha on Steam or something.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, for being an alpha, it's a very big game, isn't it? Especially for being indie
so.
alpha.
Yes. Yes, and I know that of course Jeff has a very good working relationship with the Steam, with Valve for Steam through Humble Indie Bundle, or through Humble Bundle. So, you know, maybe they're working something out.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yep.
So yeah, that's this week's alpha anyways. Let's move on.
Yep.
That brings us out of the weekly alpha segment into the community segment, where we take a look at what the community has been up to as of late. And first here we have of course the fan art watch, which we always have there. And this week we start out with this image, made by Hi Ho He. And last week we had quite a bit of a theme, actually. We had like a black and white theme almost, and we had a bit of combat images and stuff. And so he writes more combat, this time with rabbits. And then he even has a sound effect beneath the image. It says Fapo, I guess it's Fapao or something, because he's kicking.
I have no idea.
Fappo? You Fappo. Yeah. So this image by Hayohi, it's cool. I like the sketchiness of it, as I said with the last week's sketchy images.
Yeah.
So I like it. Rabbit
sketchy images are awesome. I actually really like the rabbit itself too. The you know, the shape of the ears, then the face. It, you know, it looks like a very scrawny rabbit, really. Like it's tiny, but it, you know, it has a very kind of cute look to it, which is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks really small, as I said, especially compared to the wolf, because the wolf looks huge. But I like actually how the wolf looks. He really looks like a really buff, super buff guy. And yeah, of course that fits very well.
Right.
The rabbit almost looks like a kid. I mean, if the wolf would stand straight up, and the rabbit would stand next to him, the wolf would almost be twice as long as the rabbit. It almost looks like.
Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I can't tell if those are his legs or like a dust cloud.
This is the downside to the sketchy style, folks. Can't tell if that's his legs or if it's a dust cloud. Yeah. But in any case, it looks good. I like it.
It does look good. I do too.
So that image made by Hi Ho He. Thanks, man. And next we have this image. This is a collage, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
With previous images from previous fan art watches, not fan art watches, from images from the fan art thread, of course. And it says Overgrowth fan art, do it. And this is a message that I think is very important.
Totally.
Yes, you should totally do fan art, guys. Because there's not enough fan art right now. I mean, look, this week there's 3 pieces, including this. So I have 1 more piece after this one, and yeah, I mean it's nice, but it's just not good enough, guys. I know you can do better, man. I remember we have had a lot of images sometimes. I don't remember how many. I think there've been like 7, 10, something like that. on the best weeks. That's amazing.
Yeah, those weeks were pretty crazy.
Yeah. So if you feel like doing fan art, I encourage you. Overgrowth fan art, man, do it. But yeah, this collage, it's nice. I like it.
It is very cool. I actually like it a lot. He did, Adwuga, who made it, did mention that he didn't, that the images were picked at random. He didn't necessarily go for the best or the worst or anything, but I actually think that it encompasses a pretty wide selection of, you know, highly polished to sort of sketchy to sort of funny to you know, everything. I think it's a really good blend actually of different images that we've seen through this thread.
Yeah, I concur.
Excellent.
Okay, so that's made by Mr. Adwuga. Nice job. And then our last one for this week is this image made by Valenci. Is that correct pronunciation? Valenci, I guess?
It's certainly an apt pronunciation.
Very good. He writes, totally new here, but I've been impressed by the programming/game style that is presented here at Wolfire, and I'm looking forward to Overgrowth. And who just thought I would pop this drawing on here for an optional Joker skin idea. Some explanation. A. This was at work and my highlighter doodle was already there. Unfortunately, I had started the doodle too low. And I also know that the legs/feet are horribly out of proportion. More just wanted to get the look of it down.
Yeah.
And this is once again quite sketchy. It's just black and white and made in ink, it looks like.
Looks like it.
And he says the legs are horribly out of proportion, but I don't really agree. I think they look okay, actually.
They're a little short, I think. And also kind of shaped oddly. I think that's what he's talking about.
Oh. Yeah, they're a bit shaped oddly, maybe, but not really out of proportion though.
Okay.
That's what I think at least. But I might be wrong. So, Joker Rabbit, yeah.
Yeah. And of course, I'm a fan of the Joker, so this is a cool melding of of Overgrowth and Batman for me.
Nice. So your two favorite things combined.
They are certainly two very cool things combined.
Yeah. Someone should make a bat in Overgrowth. We need some bat fan art.
This is a good idea.
Yeah. And we totally could have him be like Batman. But he's
Totally.
an actual bat. So it's Bat or something.
True.
Yeah, that would be nice. So this image made by Valenci. Very nice. It's a nice job.
Cool.
And that's the end of the fan art watch for this week. And let's go into the Luger Achievements mod by Zeramulis.
This mod is so cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's
as
nice.
always with all of his mods. They take what you think is a normal game and they elevate it to a level where you're like, oh yeah, this is awesome.
Mm-hmm. So I take it you've played this mod?
I have played this mod. It's I couldn't resist when he posted it, even though I was in the middle of work. I said I have to try this right now, and I went and played it. So yeah, it's very cool mod, and there are a few weird things about it, like you can get unarmed even if there are no weapons on the level, which was not the case in Lugaru. Like if there weren't weapons to ignore, then you wouldn't get that. And you know, there are other achievements he could use, like there was the sword master and the something else, bow master. What, I don't even remember. And he's also missing brutal and something else. Like brutal was when you kill all of the opponents, and gentle was when you only knocked them out or something like that. But you know, he changed the UI, which is cool. The ending feels very cool. It feels very integrated into the world, and overall I think it's a great mod. Totally worth playing.
Nice. I'll have to totally check it out, because I totally played Skyrim.
You had like 3 days to play this.
Dude.
2 days to play this before Skyrim came out.
I've been totally unable to focus, man. I've been like, Skyrim, need to play. It's been really bad. It's been bad for school too. We shouldn't talk about Skyrim. I'm getting depressed, Anton. I'm getting depressed.
I didn't bring it up.
It's like an evil circle. Can't stop thinking about it, and then I it's bad when I think about it. And
Can't
then I
stop
think about
playing it.
Okay.
You're still going on. Let's move forward. This mod is awesome by Zeramules. You totally should check it out. And you better do it today before the new alpha comes out, because it will most likely break, because there are a lot of script files that were changed to make that mod work. So try it today. In fact, try it right now. Go out there, ignore us. No, wait, don't do that. After OG Weekly is over, go out and try this mod.
You can keep us like in a window to the side. That's fine. Multitasking.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So nice. Made by Zeramules. And we should probably explain exactly what this mod does before we leave. Probably.
Okay.
Should have started with that maybe. It brings back some of the Lugarish challenge achievements. So when you finish a level, depending on what you did during the level, you'll get small kind of achievements that tell you,
yep,
like flawless if you didn't take any damage, and one with the shadows if you didn't get seen, etc.
Yes. So. And it makes you feel awesome. You're like, oh yeah, I did that.
Mm-hmm. It allows you to strive for something other than just winning the level.
Correct.
Cool.
Correct.
Okay, so that's the end of the community segment for this week, and this brings us into the community side note segment. And first here we have the tab mod by Last that was updated, and he added just a couple of items. So this mod, it adds a new tab, or it actually adds to a tab in Overgrowth. It adds a few items that they have added to the game, to the actual download, but they haven't added them to the item browser. So you can find them, but with this mod you have like little pictures and stuff, and they're much easier to find.
Yep.
As we said before, it's a must-have mod for any... We used to say it was must-have mod for mappers, but now most of it is actually integrated into the actual game. But if you want to...
Correct.
What, it's only 2 new rocks? Yeah.
If I don't remember. I mean, it's the new rocks, and I think it's the... I mean, depending when you last updated it, there's also the new huts and a few other things that are fairly new. It actually also includes the water now from the newest level, but that Aubrey has been working on. Mm-hmm. So that's new as well.
Cool. Yeah, so check it out. It's a really nice mod.
Yes.
Next we have the Bear Clan character by Andridge that he's been working on for a while, and he has now gotten it into the game, but yeah, it's actually not him, it's EDT, another guy managed to get it into the game because Andridge released the files for everyone to try getting it into the game, and EDT did and managed to get into the game, but it's not bug-free exactly. And then we should also show this image that he released, where he shows how the model has progressed. So it started out here, and then he went on, and you can kind of see how it was built up. It might be very useful for someone who wants to start doing some modeling to see how other people do it.
For sure.
So yeah, that's that. Hopefully he can get it working a bit more, because he hasn't made any real progress on the rig, he said, still. So I mean, he's obviously busy with other stuff. Hopefully we'll see it though soon in the game.
Right.
And next we have your main menu mod, Anton.
Oh, did I do something this week? I can't even remember.
What have you done now? Okay, it seems okay, Anton. It seems like you added Aduga's Assassin's Playground to the mod, and also you added the Seaside Cliffs level made by Aubrey.
Oh yeah, that level is awesome.
Yeah. Oh,
have you played that
Anton.
level yet?
Yeah, I did. It's
cool.
Amazing.
I actually really like that first screenshot I took. No one commented on it, but I love that screenshot. I think it was awesome.
It's nice. Let me comment on it right now, Anton. It's nice.
Yes. What do you think? That's my fan art, because I can't draw.
It's Peachy.
Sweet. Yeah, that level is great, and it's a real example of I still don't think it's finished. I don't get the impression that the level is finished, but it certainly is a much closer example of a finished level than what we've seen so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know we talked about it at length last week, so we probably don't need to go into it too much. But using my mod, you can install and play this level just from then loading the game. So yeah.
Yeah, and this level is made by, it's actually an official level that hasn't been put into the alphas yet, but
correct,
they were given to Anton so that he could put it in his mod instead. Or actually, also I guess
it was mostly released in the download. There were two or three files that were missing that didn't make it into the official download. So really all I did was make an easy way to load the level that was not already there. So and it fixes the couple of missing files that were missing. So
I see. Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, so Aduga's Assassin's Playground, that a video is up of on the OG Weekly YouTube channel, and the Seaside Cliffs that we talked about last week are now in the main menu mod. So
yes,
download it and check it out.
Oh, and I know that we've been troubleshooting some things with the main menu mod. I know that I actually went into my Windows build and installed the game, and I still can't figure out. Some people are having skybox issues, and if anyone else is having it from installing my mod, let me know, because it did not happen for me. So I'm really confused about where these errors are coming from.
Yeah, they're really weird. So yeah, please do, so they can be solved.
Yeah, sorry. Didn't mean to derail us there. All right, let's keep moving
No
forward.
problem, man. Okay, so that's the main mini mod, and that's the end of the community side notes segment. And that brings us into the news segment. And first here, we have a bit of concept art for you guys that was given to us just before the show by Aubrey. So this is something that he...
Aubrey.
Yeah, he finished it like 30 minutes ago. I'm not even sure it's finished yet, but yeah, let's check it out. Let's go there. Oops. Oh, no, wait, what's going on? Get away. Okay. Oh my god. There we go. So, there. Image of rabbit. The image is called Raider, so I'm assuming it's a raider. He looks kind of ninja-like to me, but yeah, really cool image.
I like it a lot. I like this concept. It's yeah, it's kind of, he has a hoodie, it looks like.
Yeah, I really like that part actually. It's almost modern looking, but it's still not modern looking.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
It's a really cool hoodie in any case.
Yeah. I keep thinking like, oh man, how's he gonna see? But then I'm like, oh wait, that doesn't really block his vision at all. And yeah, it's kind of funny that a hoodie can cover your eyes and still be okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's nice. I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to say about it other than that. It's just great. I would love this character in the game actually. I would love him.
Yeah, well, he'll probably be a minion that we find ourselves fighting quite often if he's a raider.
Yeah.
Would be my guess, you know.
It makes
if what's that?
I was going to say that it makes a bit sense also that he's so covered up, as covered up as he is. In many games where you're fighting a lot of dudes, they often have that they have like masks on. For instance, in I don't know, Half-Life 2 or something like that. So that allows them to use the exact same model. It's not exactly like that here, I guess, but since he's so covered up, it's less work to make new variations of him.
Yeah, I completely agree. And so, you know, you could fight 50, 60, 70 of them and you know, just change a few colors and a few other things, and it could be very cool.
Yeah.
Probably not really 50, 60, or 70. That might be a little hard, but
maybe with a bit of optimization, you never know.
totally.
What did you? Were you going to say something before?
I don't remember.
When I ruthlessly interrupted you.
I think I got to it.
Nice. Yeah. I don't know if we're going to see this in maybe an art editor review or something like that. That would be cool. It is my guess though that we will see this image on the blog or something like that.
Usually, once we get it, then they release it.
Yeah, exactly. So very nice image there. Yeah. Nice.
Thank you, Aubrey.
Yeah, thanks for the preview. Absolutely. Next we have a tweet, hotspot scripts. So David says, working on separating out hotspot behavior into their own script files that can communicate with the level via messages. And this is of course great, separating that behavior. It's just great in every way.
Yeah. The hotspots, I mean, having hotspots available will be incredibly useful.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, having them in separate files allows you to keep a much better track of them as well. So, and it allows you to, if you make your own hotspot, it makes it much easier for you to make it work. Yeah. So people can just download the actual hotspot script and then just use it very, very easily in their levels, hopefully.
Yeah. Would make things much easier.
Mm-hmm. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Nice tweet.
And before we move away from tweets, did we tweet the Linux screenshot? Did we show that off? I can't remember.
I don't think we did actually. I remember that I put it on the agenda, but maybe I did that in my dream.
Huh.
Because
I don't know.
I actually happen to have that screenshot right here. I even had it in a scene. See? Yeah, so they have made progress on the Linux port. The dude, I don't remember his name now, but the dude who is porting Overgrowth to Linux has made progress. And there you go, that's the screenshot. It's obviously Wolfire's loading, Overgrowth's loading screen right there.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah.
Totally.
We'll hopefully see some more updates from this very soon.
Yeah, and I know that the way that they've been talking about supporting Linux is that once the once the game is ported over to Linux and we can then run it on all 3 platforms, David will keep it up to date, and yeah, it should be very cool.
Yeah, I don't know if yeah. So Linux, if you didn't know, it's an operating system. That's not something someone asked about it in the chat. I don't know if it was serious or not. I mean, I'm a computer geek, obviously, so I know what it is. But if you don't know, it's like Windows or Mac, and then there's Linux, and Linux is the free and open source version of operating systems.
Yeah, based on Unix. It essentially adds a graphical user interface to Unix, and sort of works in a very open way that way. So it's cool. I mean, I'm really happy that Linux support is being included.
Yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal. I love it. I like Linux even though I never use it because I play video games, and most video games are hard to get working on Linux, so just use Windows instead. But bringing games to Linux it would be great because I really do love it.
All right, so everyone is complaining about me saying that it was... I'm not saying that it is Unix, but it's based on Unix, or someone is saying Unix compliant. But anyway, I understand that it's not exactly Unix. So.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, so that's...
Hopefully people forgive me.
Yeah, hopefully I forgive you, Anton. And that's all that really matters.
Yes, that's the only person I care about.
Yes, I know, Anton. Shh, shh, shh. It's going to be okay. Okay, so I'll add this. If you're watching this in the archives, there will be magically there will appear another checkbox, or not checkbox, another point in between here. I'll try to remember to add it anyways. If there isn't, then you should probably email me at gmail@ogweekly.com, and no, ogweekly@gmail.com. Damn it. Damn it. No, my email.
Wow. And I think you should now set up an email address that is gmail@ogweekly.com.
That would be so awesome. God, it's Peachy Keen.
Peachy Keen.
Okay, next we have Humble Voxatron Debut update. So last week we told you guys that the Humble Bundle dudes, which are John and Jeff, and that other guy that they hired, I guess. But
I think the team is even bigger than that. But we should just call them the Humble Bundle team.
Yeah, the Humble Bundle team, those guys. They released a new Humble Bundle, which is actually not a bundle, it's just a debut, Humble Voxatron Debut update. And then it turned into a bundle, and now they've added even more stuff to it.
Yeah.
So they added Gish, Jasper's Generous, Chocolate Castle, and Zen Puzzle Garden.
Yes. And of course, Gish was featured in a previous bundle. However, it's an amazing game. It was actually featured in the very first Humble Bundle.
Mm. Yeah, it's a great game. It's sad that we probably will never see Gish 2.
We won't?
No. I read about it on Wikipedia, and apparently the guy who was, I guess, the main programmer is it Edmund Macmillan?
That's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah, I think he left the company that made Gish, and they were working on Gish 2, and when he left, they just cancelled it. They were like, okay, we can't do this without that guy.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah. Which is sad, because I was really looking forward to Gish 2. Well, anyways. So these games were added to the bundle, and that means that there are a bunch of games in the bundle now. We have Blocks That Matter, The Binding of Isaac, Voxatron, and we of course have Gish, and those other games that are not actually listed there for...
They are. They're little icons to the top left and straight above it. They're in the Voxatron picture.
Wait.
There's like the little Zen garden guy and a little...
Oh yeah, I see now. That was very
yes,
sneaky. I didn't
well, I
know.
think they were sneaky like that because those are all mini games. They're not full-blown games.
I see.
Yes. So, but they are... well, I've played the Zen Puzzle Gardens, and I actually really like that game a lot. Although, again, because it's a mini game, it's pretty simple. So,
What do you do in it? Just very quickly.
the Zen Puzzle Garden, you're a little monk, and you have to rake the Zen garden. You know how they always rake them so that they have the waves through them, but with no footprints. So they then put obstacles on the garden, and you have to rake it in a way so that the garden is completely raked without ever crossing a line or stepping on anything. So
So it's one of those touch every tile without crossing a tile games.
correct.
I see.
So
cool. Well, it's all of these games are now in the bundle, and the bundle will be over in 1 day and 2 hours. So if you want to get it, you should probably get it right now. Unless you're one of the 4 lucky people to win the Humble Voxatron Debut giveaway that we announced last week. So last week we told you guys that if you wanted, we actually got 4 keys for the bundle from Jeff in the Humble Bundle team, and we said last week that we would give them out to those people that would email us and provide us with a motivation to why we should give it to them.
Yep.
And we got some emails, and we have now found our 4 winners.
Which did take quite a bit of deliberation, I must say.
Yes.
And you know, I feel bad to the people that we were unable to give it to, but I think we did pick the 4 most fitting what we were looking for.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, so I'm just going to announce these people, man.
Yes, do it.
Okay, so first we have Onat. Congratulations, you win a key. Second winner is Luke. Luke. Congratulations, you win a key as well. I'm just going by, I don't know, yeah, I think this is their first names or something like that.
Hopefully it's their first names. Yeah. And
nothing more. So Luke, yes, congratulations. And then we have let me pronounce it like this. Simon, congratulations to you. Yeah, Simon, is that good?
That'll work. That'll work.
And then the last winner of a key is Gaw Whisper. So congratulations, everyone. I don't know which of these guys are in the chat. I see Gaw Whisper is there at least. Right. I
see Gaw Whisper, but it looks like the C probably.
Yes, the Sima. Yeah, he's probably.
Sima is probably one of them.
Yeah.
He says he knows his name is pronounced like something else. So yes. Good.
So we'll be sending those keys very, very shortly, just after this episode. So thanks everyone for your emails, and you know, keep following Overgrowth Weekly to know if we're having any more of these competition-like thingies. I'm sure we'll have more in the future.
It certainly seems possible.
Yeah. So on that very happy note, we bid you guys farewell.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, and we'll see you next week, man.
Yep. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.